Morning, guys. About 7:45 this morning. Come outside. Been up for a while. Had a cup of coffee. Sunrise was beautiful this morning. But my phone doesn't like to pick up sunrises or sunsets. It just shows this white dot. Doesn't like colors at long distance. Excuse me. I got a few minutes where I got to go to the neighbor's house and do chores. Landlord, Mr. Johns, he doesn't like to get things done early in the morning. If it was up to me, my chores would be done by now. But he's an old guy and he's stuck in his ways. So we wait on him, do things his way. Thought I'd come out here and show you my garden again. The tomato jungle. Yay! Lots of tomatoes. I mean, lots of tomatoes. But my cucumbers are doing it. We got babies down here. Can you see that baby? Look at the blossoms. Oh my goodness. We're going to have about as many cucumbers as we got tomatoes. We already had a couple come out here the other day. There was cucumbers. Oh, look at this. There's one. There's a baby cucumber right there. See that cucumber? Look at the little baby next to it. Ah, stinking leaf. There it is. There's little baby cucumbers. They are all over in here. Now, my son said there was one big enough to eat, but I don't know where it is. Because I tell you what, I'm hungry. I haven't had breakfast yet. If I find me a cucumber big enough to eat, I'm going to bite it. There's a gherkin. Oh, there it is. There's one big enough to eat right there. He's a little short but that is not a bad looking cucumber. Yummy. Can you say breakfast? Not much of a breakfast, but it's something to put in the old gut. Lots of tomatoes. No red ones yet. I am really amazed we don't have any red tomatoes yet. Nothing with color on them. Man, we got some tomatoes. There's some down in there. There's a bunch down in there. Some more squash blossoms. Young woman on the internet said that if we're not getting zucchinis, maybe the pollinators aren't getting to our blossoms. So, since I got lots of blossoms and absolutely no zucchinis, and I've had blossoms for a week and a half to almost 2 weeks now, we should have zucchinis because it only takes a couple days for them to set after the blossom dies off. But I have 0 zucchinis, and we have had lots of blossoms. I mean, lots of blossoms. And it don't matter. I've dug in there all the way down to the bottom. Just about crawled in on my hands, knees, and belly. There's no zucchinis in there. Bean beetles. Got lots of these bean beetles. Can you see this bug on here? He's on my tomato plant, but I think he's just sunning. They don't like the tomato leaves. So far, we have not had any tomato hornworms. I have not found any hornworms on my plants, and I have been looking. Ugly, nasty buggers. They're harmless. They're just ugly. They chew on your tomato leaves. My collard greens are coming back. We had a few collard greens yesterday. I finally picked my romaine head of lettuce. There is the little stump. Poor thing. That's what I'm going to have for breakfast. And I have some lamb's quarter. Wild, yeah, that green stuff you eat. Spinach. That's what it is. Lamb's quarter. They say it tastes, it's a wild replacement for spinach. Well, I know where there's about 10 bushels of lamb's quarter that I'm going to go pick this morning. Well, there may not really be 10 bushels there, but there sure is a whole bunch of lamb's quarter. And we're going to go pick some after we do chores. Let the dew get off. Let the sunshine dry the dew up a little bit. I think it'll be easier to pick when it's a little bit drier. Got a whole bunch of my lawn mowed yesterday. I haven't been doing a whole lot. Here 3 or 4 days ago, I came home from town. I had gone into town to get a few groceries on a bicycle. And I came home. And I was sitting there on that railing. Now you see the railing closest to us. It's mounted about 6 inches taller than the one on the far side of the ramp with the bed frame to stop the dog from going through. Well, I come out with my cup of coffee and I plop my big old fat butt on that railing. Normally when I do that, I sit about where the post is, because there's nothing to hold either end up. Okay, we used to have a post at the bottom, but the dog cable ripped the posts out, so that's the end of that. I mean, there's no little kids here, so I don't have to worry about people falling off the porch and getting hurt. Nobody gets drunk and stoned here, so. But anyways, I walked out and sat my big old fat butt on that porch post and sat there drinking my cup of coffee, talking to my son, and all of a sudden the porch post give out and threw me down. My butt landed on that 1x6 vertical that holds the top of my porch. I sat right on that really hard, right on my tailbone. Got a big old 1x6 imprint on my butt. A big old purple bruise, probably. I don't know, I can't see back there. But my back's been all boogered up because of it. I ain't been able to walk around much. Been in a lot of pain. But now that it's been a few days and stuff's getting back to normal, I don't hurt as much anymore. So that's good. So, word to the wise. When you do a quick fix on your porch, take a minute to put a board under your porch rail. I haven't done that yet, but I don't sit on that porch rail anymore. Oh, come over here. Trying to remember not to let the phone aim at the ground. You're not supposed to walk around filming the ground. Now, how boring is that? You're looking at a YouTube video. The guy's out here talking in the middle of the yard, but all you can see is the grass. I've done a few of them. This is chicory. Now, what's on top is pretty much useless, because I didn't know what I was doing. But it makes good weight. Kept the wind from blowing this sheet off. This is what you want. This is hickory. Chicory, rather. Looks like this is garbage. It molded on me. Got rained on. And I forgot to uncover it yesterday. Darn. I'll have to start over. This was a lot of work. What you see here is about 3 hours worth of intense handwork. Everything from digging the roots, which is not exactly easy, to get that root to pop loose so you can pull it up out of the ground in one piece. But then you gotta wash the damn things off, scrub all the dirt off, let them soak in a bucket overnight, and then cut them up into these little bitty pieces like this so you can dry them. And I forgot about them. This is my fault. This is nobody else's fault but mine. So we'll take care of that here in a bit. That's about all, folks. Just thought I'd give you a quick update. Was kind of neat looking at the cucumbers. Still don't have any zucchinis. No red tomatoes. Collards are coming back. Getting ready to plant a fall garden. There at the back of my yard, see there's the gas pig. And I got a nice big square patch back by the bean field. The farmer back there, I don't know if you can see if the farm shows up in the video or not. But Mr. John's back there's got a big old pile of 1 or 2 year old manure. And we're going to bring that up here today and spread that out on the backyard. Get our garden for next year started. I like the idea of growing in compost. I have compost on my garden, and everything seems to go pretty good. You just got to make sure your compost is a year or so old if you're using manure. You know, when I was a kid, there was a dairy farm in our neighborhood, and they used to store their cow manure about a quarter mile down the road. Well, we had permission to bunny hunt that property. But after the first year, it became known that you didn't eat the rabbits that lived in the fence row by the manure pile. Why? Because they tasted just like the manure smells. Yuck. Even when you cleaned them and cooked them, even when you were cooking them, the odor of the cooking smelled bad. You walk in the house, somebody shot a rabbit by the manure pile. The dog wouldn't even eat the rabbit that smelled like cow poop. Can't say as though I blame him. So we learned that lesson. We hunted that woods for years. We just stayed a good quarter mile away from the cow poop. But I got a whole, I don't know, there's got to be 35, 40 cubic yards of old cow poop back there. And I'm going to get that and spread it out. Make a rectangle garden, some raised beds or something. So I can grow some more greens and have some more veggies for next year. But I want it to overwinter there before I grow a whole lot in it. I just feel better about it. Knowing that the bad stuff is leached out of it. And it's not going to make us sick when we grow veggies on it. So, I'm going to go in the house and find me another cup of coffee and make some oatmeal. Got to go do chores. Bye-bye for now.